What is up, guys? It is the Fry Gonzo podcast. I am Fry.
Gonzo.
And today's episode
Sexuality
is going to be on sexuality. Alright? This is a very hot topic right now. A lot of people are talking about it. People are confused.
People are mad.
People are very mad.
People are triggered. People are going out their way to, put this out there. Put their sexuality or their thoughts on sexuality out there. That's what we're going to talk about.
They want to be heard. They're making
signs.
They're making signs. That's when you know things are important.
Signs.
They are making signs. All right, so let's start off with the definition of sexuality. All right, so the definition of sexuality is the way people experience and express themselves sexually. It involves biological, erotic, physical, emotional, or spiritual feelings and behaviors. So there's their definition of sexuality, right? So to me, it seems pretty accurate.
Right.
Right. It's right there, plain simple, black and white. Okay, that's it. So another big thing that people get confused all the time is the differences between gender, sex, and sexuality. So a lot of people will talk about gender. They're like, "Oh, I'm freaking, I'm a boy, I'm a girl."
Well, what's the definition for gender?
Gender is literally what you identify as. So gender is like,
it could be.
It's regardless of your biological sex or your sexuality. So, i.e., I can be like, "Yo, I'm a girl." No, even though I have a penis.
That's your gender.
And that's my gender because I identify as a woman, right? Now, biologically, that's not really right. But I could even say that I'm a fucking helicopter if I wanted to.
You can.
I identify as a fucking
toaster,
helicopter.
man. You can be anything you want.
You can be a goddamn toaster. You're right. So, let's start with sex. Okay? So sex is pretty much what you are out the womb. All right? So the doctor's gonna be like, "Yo, this guy's a dude. Right? He's got a penis." Okay? So sex determines if you're male or you're female.
And gender determines what you identify yourself as.
Exactly.
AKA a toaster.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You're like, I got a dick, and I'm a toaster.
Exactly.
I'm a toaster dick.
That's your fucking gender.
Yep. Exactly. So a lot of people get that mixed up. Is your sex and your gender. And that's a very important thing to not get mixed up with because there's a lot of people identifying as some weird shit right now. I've seen on Dr. Phil, people are like acting like dogs and identifying as like dogs, and they're like, "I was born a dog." Like, no, you weren't, dude. You're born a dude. Like the doctor pulled you out and was like, "This is a male."
I hate how hard people try to fight that theory, and makes them just look like idiots. I think because it's not like an opinion. It's dead ass. Your fucking chromosomes and you come out male or female.
It's what's between your legs.
It is. And what you choose to do after that, that's when it, becomes your when it becomes your opinion on what you want to be.
Yeah.
But solely you're a male or you're a female.
Exactly.
X or Y chromosomes.
There are two sexes.
Yeah.
Okay? A lot of people try to argue the fact that there's two genders. Genders are what for lack of better words, it's your opinion of yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I have no problem with people, saying that, there could be fucking, I don't know, what people saying they are these days, like, anything. I don't have a problem with people saying, I'm a fucking Apache attack helicopter and I identify as a fucking, I don't know, call me a toaster that flies. I don't fucking know. But what gets me mad is when they say that when you're born, you're born, that you weren't born male or female. You get me?
Yeah.
When it's fucking in your face that's not right.
Yeah, it literally says on your birth certificate. Yes, I do understand that some people are born to where like you can't recognize their sex, like because their shit's fucked up. And there's a word for that. I don't have it, but yeah, it's they're born without sexual organs. It happens, right?
Right.
But they're logged, not really logged, but they're on their birth certificate. It says that they are like. It doesn't say that they're either a male or a female, because the doctors can't tell, really. So there's that, and that's the only difference between, or that's the only other thing that subsides outside of being a male or a female, is that's the one outlier right there. But yeah, so that's the important thing about not getting gender mixed up with, or getting your sex mixed up with gender.
Right.
All right. So your sex doesn't have to determine your sexuality, though. Okay, so this is another thing. People are like, "Oh, you're a man, you should be with a woman." Well, nowadays, that's not true.
No, it's not.
No.
Like I said before, everybody's something different. I mean, you have gay, straight, asexual, pansexual, bisexual. Mm-hmm. You have a bunch of shit that you could be, and that you could be into, I guess.
Exactly. So, sexuality is literally described as the people that you're into. That's it. So, your gender isn't specific to what you like. So, like you said, being lesbian, gay, straight, pansexual, asexual, all that kind of stuff, it doesn't matter what your gender is, because you can like what you like. Now, does that mean that everyone thinks that is right? Definitely not. Because people have different opinions and stuff,
Yeah.
But yeah. We already talked about gender and everything. So let's think about what society thinks about this kind of stuff. Okay, so right now news is going insane about all this stupid stuff, and you just leave it alone. If people want to be something different, let them be something different.
Yeah, I didn't really get talk about society and stuff when people would get mad because gays were marrying each other or something, or because a guy would kiss his boyfriend in public and shit. I especially hated when dudes would have double standards, when they would say a guy with a guy is so fucking wrong, but I guarantee you if a girl was straight making out with another chick, they'd have no fucking problem with it.
Yeah.
And that's being double standard, and it's like that's fucked up. You're fucking judging someone because of that shit when you like something else that's the same shit, just different gender or whatever.
Yeah. Or
sex.
So, and I agree with you on that part. Double standards are wrong. Yeah. Now, so society used to be based a lot on religion. So you also have to think about that. So in the Bible, it literally says, man shan't be with man and woman not with woman and stuff like that. But I know for a fact, I've talked about this with other people. It's recorded in history, the Greeks, ancient Greeks and everybody. Males would have sex with other males for pleasure.
Yeah,
and they would just use women solely for reproductive purposes.
Yeah, I mean, I've read this thing that Spartans, they would be out, fighting, war. I mean, that they were fucking each other, and it is a theory, I guess, but it even shows it in the movie 300. The two dudes that constantly, butt heads with each other, they have that bond with each other. It kind of shows them, they were gone for a long time, they're away from their wives. They fucked each other, obviously.
Yeah. And that was weird. Okay, so that brings us to our next topic here, the pop culture. So society and pop culture are two completely different things, right? So society is pretty much like the average of everyone. Pop culture is the new generation, for say. So and a lot of people are trying to make these things okay nowadays too. Right. So being gay, it's fine. being lesbian is fine. Being pansexual is fine. Like, we're trying to make it a norm. Like, I know for a fact on Sesame Street, they made fucking Bert and Ernie gay.
Yeah.
They're boyfriends.
I mean,
a lot of people, like, they're not happy with that. They're like, oh, why do my children, like, why are they pushing this on my children? You know, it's more of, I feel like it's a separate agenda. I feel like they're trying to make it to where kids see it in the shows that they watch. So when they go to school and they see it out in school or something like that, they think it's normal. Right? I'm not against it, but I don't think that it should be pushed onto children like that.
Well, they should. I mean, if they're watching Sesame Street, they're kind of too young to even be looking at shit like that. Even if it was just with a dude and a chick.
But it just comes down to the fact that it's an educational show, right? So it's a show meant for kids to learn off of, and if this is coming through to the next generation, that's just what they're going to grow up thinking is normal.
Right.
So, like I said, I'm not against it. I don't think that it's the right place for it to be brought up, though. I think that, stuff like that should be taught by their parents and everything like that. And that's about it. And I don't think it should be... It's kind of like the whole talk with, like, religion being brought back into schools and everything like that. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with that at all. I don't want my daughter growing up with a Christian teacher and telling her that my religion is wrong because I'm Wiccan. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that bring Wicca and associate it with being a demon worshiper or a devil worshiper. And that's not at all what we do. And we can actually probably cover that in another episode. But to get back on topic, I think those things should be separated. Like, stuff that's supposed to be educational shouldn't have a different agenda to it. If it's a educational TV show for children, then it should be an educational TV show for children and not a sexual agenda put into it. This podcast is very serious for some reason.
Yeah, it is really serious for some reason.
But this is kind of one of those things that I'm passionate about because I do have a child, and I have expectations as to what I expect her to be, how she's going to be raised, and everything like that.
Yeah.
You being a young adult male, you have a girlfriend, but you don't have any children or anything like that. You see it differently than I do. So that's kind of where this comes into play here. So this kind of brought us into our own personal opinions, which was the next topic that we were going to start talking about. So I kind of already put mine out there, right? So let's go ahead and hear from you, Gonzo, about what are your personal opinions on how the United States and pop culture and society is affecting the way we think about gender, sex, and sexuality.
I think with the whole sexuality thing and the whole gender thing, just let them do, what they want. If you want to be this, and no one should, tell you can't be that. And that goes along with everything, because it's the same people, that, let's say, like they say, they get so mad, because fucking, oh, you're not, this isn't allowed, you can't kiss out in public, you can't, openly say you're gay and blah, 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 blah. But, like, let's say, I've seen, people have threatened people like that, like, oh, like, I'll fucking kill you, I'll shoot you, blah, 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 if you do this fucking gay shit. Yeah, but like I guarantee you that fucking same motherfucker is the one voting, your fucking the gun rights and all that shit, saying, oh, we have a fucking, what is it, the Second Amendment rights, First Amendment rights, freedom of speech rights, fighting for all that shit, when this is the exact same shit. Mm-hmm. You get me? Yeah. You have a freedom to be what you want to be.
Exactly.
So they're kind of being hypocritical in a way.
Yeah.
So I think everybody should just, if you want to be fucking gay, be fucking gay. If you want to be fucking bisexual, be bisexual. And along with that, don't push it to where everything you do is fucking, like, don't run out in a fucking crowd, don't stop, traffic and all this shit because you need to
hey,
tell
look
the world
at me,
you're fucking
I'm
gay.
gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gay, be gay. Be gay on your own. Yeah. Like,
it's not like I run up to people who are like, I'm married, I'm a straight heterosexual male.
You don't see fucking parades of I'm straight parades,
No, yeah, you see gay pride
parades. And like, I understand why, because I've been shut down for such a long time, and because it is a problem. It's oppressed, but it's like you shouldn't have to feel like you need to like show anybody else that you're fucking gay or anything. If you're gay, be gay by yourself. Be gay with whoever your partner is or whatever. Be fucking bi with whoever you want. Be a toaster with whoever you want. It's up to you.
Yep.
That's my personal view on it.
All right. Well, in the upcoming episodes, so we're going to be talking about the Second Amendment. We're going to be talking about homophobia. We're going to also be talking a lot about feminism. That's another episode that's going to be coming up here pretty soon. So if you guys want to stick around and keep viewing our podcasts, we're going to be on YouTube at Fry Gonzo Podcast. You should be able to look us up. Give us a like and a subscribe. And we'll look forward to seeing all our subscribers and viewers. And that is all the time we have for today. Until next time.
Next podcast. Stay tuned.
See ya.